Hello, everybody. This is Parizad Shaikh, and I am going live with Prosper on his online prosperity show. I am the queen of black magic removal, not the black magic. To know more about me and my books, stay tuned and looking forward to watch this video.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Online Prosperity Show. I'm your host, Prosper Taruvinga, and boy, do we have an amazing show lined up for you today. Now, I've got a question for you. What if the very thing that broke you was the same thing that actually awakened your calling? In today's episode, which obviously is the number one place for discovering untold transformations and tools for building purpose-led life and business, we're going to be sitting down with the one and only Parizad Shaikh. Now, Parizad, how are you doing today?
Nervous. Prosper, thank you so much for having me on your show. Looking forward for this day.
Absolutely. Well, the pleasure is all mine. For those that are not familiar with this, we've been trying to get this right. But hey, now that we've got you on the show, I can't wait to discover what divine gifts you have brought for us today. Now, for those that are meeting Parizad for the very first time, she's a woman whose life reads like a memoir that you actually can't put down. And yes, she's actually wrote a one, and we're going to be exploring that effect there, from being locked in a room and silenced after marriage to becoming a clairvoyant, a counselor, fashion designer, professor, and now best-selling author with a soon to launch spiritual app. Parizad is just proof that healing is not only possible, but it is your birth right. So if you've ever been stuck in a version of life that doesn't feel like maybe yourself, or it doesn't feel like yours, or maybe you've wondered if the pain you're going through right now could actually be the portal to your power, I think this episode is going to be that permission slip that you need to rise. And also, there's a quick word of warning here. Parizad just doesn't read energy. She actually moves it. So if you feel something moving inside of you while you're watching this, that is by design. So stay tuned as we unravel her journey, the divine gifts that she brings to the world. And also, we're going to be exploring where mystical meets logical and the magic all in between. And I know this is going to be one of those episodes you're not going to forget in a rush. And I want you, when you feel that shift or that energy moving, I want you to type in the comments below, because that must be your calling. And I think Parizad will reach out to you and work you through whatever it is that you're going through there. Now, Parizad, I could go on and talk about everything else that comes along with this, and I'm not even qualified to talk about any of the divine gifts that you have. Tell us a little bit about your journey, and is it true that you've actually written 10 books?
Oh, interesting. Prosper, coming from a background where we were encouraged to be having that liberty to choose what do we desire to have in a life, dreams, aspirations, other than having a normal 9 to 5 job, you should have something, your hobby to be incorporated in your life, to be driven towards to achieve your dreams. And I think I'm blessed and I'm privileged to be born in a family where they encouraged everybody, all of us who have an inspiration to work on to achieve that goal. I during the lockdown, when it was a chaos, everybody was in a state of panic. That is when I realized people need me the most. They need this coach, they need this counselor. And when I started talking to people, when I started hearing them out, it was not actually the soul that was craving to hear them, but to see them, seek them the right direction. And I, being a clairvoyant, I was being channeled to write a couple of stories, books. So I wasn't sure what kind of books the divine wants me to write. I started writing down. I started first of all. I started questioning on what should I write. What am I eligible to write as a book, as an author? I started writing small stories about my own life, and I am a very good narrator. I am a very good speaker when and I'm a very good expresser. I can express my feelings very well. And my friends, when I write them some messages or emails, they feel that shift. They feel inspired, motivated. Um, where they feel, why don't you keep on writing? Just keep on sending those text messages, emails, just keep pushing them in. It feels lively, raw. Um, it feels light, more to put it down in a simpler term. And that is when I got this message, or this clairvoyant message, that write books. I wasn't sure what books am I supposed to write, what am I good at. I, being a mathematics teacher, should I write something in mathematics? Should I write some formulas or what? I'm already doing my PhD. What more they want me to write? And what am I good at? I'm very good in narrating down the events and the outcome. So I started writing short stories about my own life. And I realized, knowingly, unknowingly, in those 2.5 years span, I have written stories in a way that I can bifurcate, I can divide them into 10 different books. I have my stories ready. All I had to do is compile them according to the series, according to the books, or the concept that I wanted to inbuild in that book. So, first, I started with my memoir. So, one book is out. So, it was a story about my journey where I was independent earlier. I got married to this gentleman. um, my wings were chopped, cut. I would say that I was put in a prison cage. My soul seeks for freedom. My soul seeks for inspiration. I cannot be locked down or put into a cage. So, how did I thrive during that time? What hit me rock bottom, what kind of energies I was surrounded by. And that is a time when we are blank, dark, we don't know what next. And these beautiful souls around you, you don't know if they are positive or they are negative, if they will push you in the direction of light, or achieve your goals, or at least come out of that darkness. You need to check those energies, you need to check those people or kind of surrounding that you are in. Check your surrounding. I highly encourage people to check their surrounding. So that was my first book on how did I come out of it. And I realized during this journey, not just women, they are also men, who feel trapped. So I wanted to be, I feel I am strong and powerful enough to come out and talk about it, but there are so many of them who don't even discuss or share, or even oh, what is this person going to think about me. They have these societal pressures and norms on, oh, I have to show it as a lovey-dovey, brushing it up, powder polish thing. Oh, it's amazing, it's lavish, it's beautiful. No, it's okay. It's okay to be not okay. It's okay to be not okay. So that is when I compiled all of my stories which was related to my memoir. Then I started compiling the other set of stories, and I have bifurcated them according to my 10 stories. Launched my second book, All More, where I, being a clairvoyant person, I helped my other friend of mine to reach her divine partner, to meet her divine partner. She was a little coming from an Indian background where parents are very, they want their kids to be settled in all aspects of their life, be it personal, professional, love life, married life, etc. So she was finding a partner. I told her, this is what I see, this is what your partner is going to be. So that was about clairvoyant. But during this journey, where she was encountering a couple of proposals in her life, with my experience and her experience, that we came across that men are men do still exist where they want women to be in the house, inside, behind the doors, not to go out, not to earn their living, or even if it is a living, they have to share, which is okay. It's up to them. But it's more of monetary. You have to, they want women to be their puppet in a nutshell. So what kind of stories we encountered, what kind of men we came across, their thought, their beliefs, and I tried my best to bring it up to the society where, come on, you are living in the 21st generation. Come on, it's not just the girls who are coming up to the 21st or 20 more, maybe beyond 21st century.
Mm,
Men also need to grow men, come on. Not everybody
absolutely.
is that way. Some of them, I feel they are like the sandwich, they want to, but the tradition that they hold on in the family, they are bound to, like, should I not, so that there's a resilient in them, that should I, oh no, what are they going to think, what are they going to say, I have to follow the culture, I have to be the traditional son or the gentleman of the house. So that is
Absolutely.
the second story. And third is all about the black magic,
Right.
uh, dark energies.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for taking us through all of that. Now, it makes sense that all these people were sort of coming to you based on the situation they were in. Like you say, they were locked down during the pandemic and they had not experienced anything like this. Whereas you had, as you have said, gone through something like this in your life. Maybe you can take us through what was actually going on there. That way we can have an understanding of the lived experience that you had that you're now writing to these people that felt real for them based on the experience that you'd gone through.
With my personal life experience, I was always a very obedient child to my parents, of course, and even at my schoolmates, even at my school. But later on, I became this little naughty character. I got that traits out. I used to find every possible way to, how do I trouble this teacher? And today I'm a teacher, but I do apologize to all my teachers. Um, I was independent at a very early age. I was not scared to express my feelings or emotions or how I felt about a situation or about anybody, about a person. I liked this guy from my college where I was studying. I was the one who went and proposed him.
Mm-hmm.
We dated for a good 8 years, where I would say I'm more risk taker. I'm more of courageous person in life. Me coming from a very liberal background, and he coming from a little orthodox family, although he wasn't at that time.
Right.
Um, when we got married, I realized, the culture is piling on my shoulders, and what I wasn't, I was supposed to show or portray myself just to fit into the society. I
Mm.
had to follow the traditions, the norms. Following tradition is not I am against, but coming from a religion where no talking to boys, no talking to men, no talking to your own family members, no talking to your parents, no
We
talking,
we
no
couldn't
going
be
out.
having this conversation right now.
No, 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 exactly. When people say, what next? Like, today I would have not been here talking about myself, my journey, my path. No friends. My life. I was not supposed to. I won't say supposed to, but I wasn't allowed to go outside to go and buy my own groceries, not
Wow.
leaving the house. So it felt trapped. I went down to a state where I committed a suicide. No, I didn't commit a suicide. I made an attempt to commit a suicide. Um, um, Thinking, like, what is my life? This is not where I am supposed to be. This is not what I am supposed to do. This is how I haven't imagined my life to be. This is not me. This is not what I manifested for. And then later on, when I was separated and I realized I had such beautiful people around me who craved to talk to me, and I was being shut to not or avoid talking to them because, oh, what will society say because now you're married to somebody? Oh no, that's a sin. Talking
Mm.
to men, talking to somebody else. What would you want to talk to a woman for? Because I'm not working anymore. I was not allowed to go out to work, where I was earning in millions, according to Indian currency. Now, I am jobless. I have no source of income. I had no say. I have no, my independency was snatched from me. The day I signed the divorce papers, the whole day nobody, I mean, in my family, they just left me alone to cry or so. Although I did not cry, but I was in a state of shock. The next day, my family surrounded me and they're like, okay, next what? I said, I don't know. I don't see anything. My life was, he was my center. And I wanted to revolve around him. My life revolved around him. I don't know what next. My brother, he enrolled me into a course. That was my second bachelor's of my life. I was like, are you guys kidding? How can I go out and study? Why would I study? I'm not in a state of mind to study. They're like, no, no, it's okay. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. In that 1 year's course, where I was like, why am I studying? What am I studying? I was doing bachelor's of teaching in India. At the end of the year, I scored third rank in the university, and I didn't realize. My principal, she called me like, you did it. Regardless of whatever the mental trauma you went in this 1 year's time, you did
Congratulations.
it. And during that time when I felt, I craved to talk to somebody, I wanted to talk to somebody, please talk to me. And I truly believe that communication is the key for every relationship, be it friends, be it your partner, be it anybody, talk. And I just want to talk. Me coming from a teaching background, I love to talk. So loved to have people around me, playing around, joyful environment. Now that I've got my wings back, I think I attract those set of people who are alone, aloof, and I try to click on really well with those energies because I can feel them. And when I came to Australia, when I moved here, I realized there are so many out here, and me reading energies, it made my life easier, maybe my purpose easier. That okay, this is what am I supposed to do in life? I am supposed to help people. Uh, a phase of my life where I wanted to commit suicide and I didn't wanted to live anymore. I wanted to talk to people. Somebody, please understand me. That was my soul craving for, crying for. Talk to me. Please understand me. I think such times you just have to put your guards down, just surrender. Okay, if nobody's understanding, quiet, breathe, relax. It's okay. Everything is going to be fine. I understand that phase is very difficult for you to sail through, but
Right.
at the end, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, as we all say. And
Absolutely.
I think I'm doing a wonderful job by recognizing those energies here in people, and they love to have me. So I'm happy to be surrounded by those people who love to have me.
Absolutely. Now, the very nice thing about what you're saying is you're now recognizing those because you've experienced that and you can, the energy sort of comes to you. But for so many people, fish don't see the water that they swim in. And that would have happened to you as well in the, did you say it was 8 years before you guys got married? You wouldn't have
Yes.
seen any of those traits and things of that nature. And that also happens to other people, that they get infatuated with what is happening. And then comes that moment where they realize, whoa, I've had enough. Now, was there a specific moment where, maybe was it quiet or was it chaotic, where you actually knew you were meant for more and you no longer wanted to be in somebody else's shadow?
Oh, since childhood, I am very grateful to my family, my parents, where every day or once in a week, my dad used to remind us, okay, what are your dreams? What are your dreams? What do you want to become? What would you like to achieve? What would be your goals other than your job? Job is your bread and butter. But other than your bread and butter, what would you like to become? I didn't have answers at that time. When he like, I'll give you time, think about it. What is your ideal? How would you like to present yourself before people? What do you want to be remembered as? And I thought a lot about it. I just told him I want to be famous. Whatever I do, I want to touch lives. I want to be a famous doctor. If I want to be a doctor, I want to be a very famous doctor where I'm healing people. Or I wanted to be something in sketching or drawing. Like, okay, whatever is your calling, go ahead and be the best in that area. He also said, if you do a job, if you do if you want to be a doctor, that's your passion, that's your bread and butter. But other than your bread and butter, you should have something else. That is your dream. I came up with my answer like, oh, I want to have my name in the Guinness Book world record or XYZ. I had a couple of lists and he used to laugh and he's like, okay, okay, you can do it, you can do it. He did not discourage me and he saw the light in me and he's like, you are born to fly, you are meant to fly. I like, okay, at that time I did not understand what is he trying to say. And he highly encouraged me to be, or all of us for that matter, to be surrounded by those set of friends who would help you achieve your goals, not to pull you down. There came a phase of my life where especially when I met this ex partner of mine, this set of energies pulled me down. I did not realize it at that time. I had to maybe that phase where you are confused, is this what reality is? This is what am I supposed to do according to the cultural background or the societal pressure that we are supposed to follow a pattern? Okay, this is what it is, college and then studies and you have to get married and then you have to make babies and then that's it, that's your life. There's no other way out or goal to be achieved. Or was I been living in that myth or dream where okay, this makes no sense to me? And me being clairvoyant since birth, I used to get those dreams where I could see a couple of achievements in my life. um, in a confused state where I was like, okay, is this what it is meant to be, or I should listen to the practicality of the society? Confused in a state where I thought, okay, maybe if this person is mine, let me get adjusted to the society. Let me just follow the trend. Let me be blending with the society, and later on we both together will achieve those dreams. It could be a together passion, if life permits, or else maybe I'm just in a world of illusion or daydreaming. uh, when that separation happened, and like, this is not my calling, and regardless of the love that I have for this person, I never imagined my life without him. Whatever it was with him. Whatever dreams I wanted to accomplish was supposed to be with him. When that separation happened, when I went in that darkness, like, okay, now next what? Then the calling, the intensity of the calling increased. Dreams, my clairvoyance, in a way that the glimpses increased. Keeping my eyes open, I could see so many events, incidences right in front of my eyes. Okay, this is something which I did not experience earlier. What is this? What is this? And I started writing them down. What else? What else? In my vulnerable state, of my life. I had a diary, I still have it. I have written all my dreams. Imagine the kind of emotion that I held, broken into pieces, shattered, hit rock bottom, and I am writing my dreams. It made no sense.
Mm.
But I believed that one day this will happen, or I invested my energies that this is what my calling was from childhood, and I have to follow this path. This is my goal to achieve. And that's when I started manifesting. I started adding more to that list, and slowly and gradually I know I am on the right path, and I will achieve all my goals someday.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for taking us through that. Now, obviously, with what you were going through, there was a lot of societal drawback that would have stopped you in your tracks. I mean, many women are taught to stay small, whether during the marriage or even after the divorce, and you went on and did the opposite. And there's always going to be trolls and judgment. And like you also mentioned, there was the personal, suicidal, thoughts and things of that nature. Now, how does one transform that darkness into the fuel that now really, really is the light you shine in now? Because so many people would not be able to escape that, burden, so to speak, of the world.
True said, Prosper. There are two major aspects which led to me for what I am today. First of all, it was my family. They saw it in me since birth, since childhood. They weren't ready for this marriage, I would say, or my parents especially. My dad was a little reluctant, and okay, my daughter is this, she is going to this phase. I don't think she's meant for this. And he kept on indirectly telling me, are you sure? Are you sure? This is not you. This is not for you. This is not meant for you. Me being blind in love. So they're like, no, no, I know, I trust this guy. We'll sail through it. We'll get there. We'll achieve all our goals. And my dad was he knew my spark. Maybe my family knew my spark, and they didn't want it to dim me in any aspect, be it love or be it professional. They're like, okay, she'll do it, she'll sail through it, and she will achieve her goals. Because I had, whenever I talk to them, I had such big aspirations. Oh, I want this, oh, I want that. They're like, okay, you are meant for this, you will achieve these goals. So one is my family, or the surrounding, the set of friends that I had. They never discouraged me, saying that, oh, now what next, what, oh, this, you have ruined your life. Nobody ever made or passed on a sentence statement around me that, okay, next what, oh, she is gone, she's destroyed, she's, nothing can happen about her. So normally what the society wants, next step is, let her get married to somebody else, and let's get rid of her, being a divorcee. But my family never ever passed on any judgmental messages, statements, thoughts. I'm still their younger kid, I'm still their baby. They never discouraged me. Like when I was writing this book, every I think everybody might be having a group, WhatsApp group. So I messaged my family like, okay, I'm writing a book, I'll be launching it next year. They're like, okay, good luck, we are there with you. Nobody knew what book it was. Is she going to really write a book, XYZ? But I made it like, oh yeah, you did it, oh, we are so proud of you. So the first thing is my family. And I, as I mentioned earlier, always check your surrounding. Are they helping you grow, or are they pulling you down? The moment you feel, okay, this energy is pulling me down, you need to stay. You will get your answers. Stay away from that energy, stay away from that person or a situation or a place. Second thing is, I always believe that rather than having that motivation, you should be self driven. You should be having that fire in your belly, where I need to do it, hook or by crook, left or right. There is no in and out, there is no way out for this. You have to achieve this, you have to make through it. You may achieve your goal, you might miss out on your goal during that spam, but something else is meant for you. Do not diminish or extinguish your fire just because somebody else is saying, oh, you can't do this. Okay, that's fine. That's your say. That's not my say. Don't absorb their energy in your system, which we happen to do it on a regular basis. Oh, she said, maybe I think I'm on. Do not take or entertain that energy in your aura. That is the second advice or the reason that I am thriving and surviving today, and I am achieving so many of my dreams. Touch wood, that one thing, and I have promised myself there has to be one achievement, one dream accomplished each year.
Wow. That is something else. And knowing that you're already on the online prosperity show, I don't think if
Of
anything.
course. What else should I be manifesting for? Prosper show.
Fantastic. Well, let's talk a little bit about clairvoyance, because this is an energy in and of itself where you're seeing the nether, things that, normal or other people wouldn't be able to see. But you dismissed this during your relationship. This must have taken a lot of energy to unsee or not be that which you are. And I can only see why the explosion would have happened. It's like, shaking a Coca-Cola bottle. If you keep holding it, you can't hold it any more. So how did it return? And what sort of role does it now play in the work you do today?
Um, I am clairvoyant not by practice, I am clairvoyant by birth. I
Mm.
have not undergone any training or any courses to get these energies or practice them. It's since childhood, it is since birth. My parents are clairvoyant. My mom gets those dreams where she can easily say, okay, this is what is going to happen. My dad he's psychic in all manners, in all terms. So I've got it. It's in my DNA, and it's not just me. I've got my other siblings also who are psychic. Um, since childhood, I used to get those dreams where dreams are dreams. As a child, I got this dream, but when some incidents or events used to occur, uh, I used to go running to my mom and say, I saw this taking place, I saw this. I don't remember the dream, but the outcome was so and so. She like, shh, okay, yeah, I know that, I know that. Then she started educating me on my dreams. She like, this is what it is, and save it. Don't, you're not supposed to share it with anybody. Like, why not? And I used to get panic during those after having those dreams. Like, oh, Mama, I saw somebody's death or somebody's birth, or he's going to have a baby boy, baby girl, or XYZ. Like, it's okay. Just live that energy. Just feel that energy. You are getting those energies and messages from the divine. Fine. All right. So far, I was good. When I when this guy entered my life, there were a couple of shifts that took place. I did not realize at that time. I had a crystal. I used to have it on my arm. That disappeared. I cried a lot, um, thinking that why all of a sudden this crystal was there on my arm, tied on my arm since childhood. Why all of a sudden? And I started blaming myself. Oh, I did not take care of it, and this and that. When I started dating him, I did get messages like, no, stop. So I did not understand no is for what? Stop for what? For some exam? Is it for some entrance exam or the profession that I'm going to opt for? What is it for? Did not really care because I was so madly in love with this person. We were getting married. 2 days before the marriage, I get this, I was so tired and I slept. I get this I still remember that dream very clearly. This gentleman walks into my life, this old gentleman, and he says, "You are calling in for your own funeral. Do not do this." I got the biggest shock of my life after getting up. I was shocked, traumatized, and I exactly knew what this gentleman was trying to say and in which context. He 2 days after my dreams, um, I happened to tell my spouse, my partner. that this is what I saw. I told my mom. She's like, no, 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 maybe you're too stressed. Maybe you're too tired. I said, Mama, are you sure? She's like, yeah, yeah, there's no way backing out because we know you're so madly in love with this guy. You can't back out. You have to, you, will you sail through it? I said, yeah, yeah, Mama, I'll sail through it. I'll sail through it. It's okay. It's okay. And she like, I said, don't tell it to dad. I told it to my partner, and he's like, no, no, whatever happens, I will be there with you. I will be there with you till the end. I said, okay. I dismissed that um, dream, the message that I received, or else I there is no or else, but yeah, I think if I would have taken a stand that time, things would have been different. But it's okay. It had to happen. It was meant to happen. That is exactly the message that was for me, for my partner, for my marriage. And within that fourth day of my marriage, things took a 360-degree turn. And I'm like, oh my God, where am I? What am I doing? What is happening? Every day was a nuisance. Okay, XYZ. And within 6 months span, I was divorced. After divorce, oh my God, as if there was a backlog of those energies, dreams, and they all rushed, entered in my life, as if an old friend of mine come when they come back to your life and they start catching up with, oh, this is left, this is left, this is left out, we need to share, we need to express, we need to catch up with so many information. My dreams came up sending me so many messages that it was very overwhelming for me, and I couldn't sleep in the night. And during that time I had a miscarriage, uh, where I saw my the girl child also being my angelic messenger, I can put that as. So I like, oh my God, I couldn't sleep in the night. During the daytime, no, sleep was not there in my life, because I knew the moment I would sleep, I would have those dreams in my life. It happened the other way around. The more I was awake, it started happening in the form of a glimpse rather than dreams. That scared me more. And my girlfriends, they're like, no, you need a break from this. They took me to Europe. We went for a 3 months Europe trip, and there I met this healer, and she's like, it's okay. You have that energy. You don't need to be scared about it. You don't need to worry about anything. This is a message. All you need to do is channel that energy in a positive way, receive it in the form of a message, and send it out to the universe or whomsoever you have to pass on that message. I learned to hold on to those energies. That is all that I did in my life. I am not a learned clairvoyant, I'm a childhood clairvoyant. And I just learned to channel those energies, use it for myself and others. Now, what I do is, it is so obvious in my surrounding. I see so many souls or angels in around a person. When I deal with somebody, I already know the background. There are instances where people do not want to reveal that side of their life to people. I already know the background before I talk to them or before I deal with a situation. I know what is the key factor that's holding. I give them time to open up. I do not attack. This is what it is. No. I give them time to surrender. And that's when I start revealing my cards to them. Okay, this is what the area you are triggering, or you need to work, or XYZ. So now those energies, not just for myself, I'm using it for others as well. Be it a student, be it parents, be it anybody whomsoever I cross paths with.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for taking us through that. Now, Parizad, I mean, obviously, that takes a lot of strength. You know, I can't sit across from someone who maybe has got spinach on their teeth, and I, I'm just looking at them and I'm thinking, oh, okay, should I tell them or should I not, or things like that. So many people don't quite realize that being a healer and a counselor isn't just a service for you; it's survival. So how do you then protect your energy while you're guiding others? Or how do you stop yourself from telling somebody, wow, there's a train in front of you? That light at the end of the tunnel is an actual
Oh, I had
train.
a couple of incidences regarding this. Like initially, oh, this person needs help. Tuck, 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 tuck. And I used to start pulling out my cards. And this is what you know. And the response that I got from the others, they're like, how dare she? So that
Mm.
again, I learned it with my experience that few people out there are not ready for the truth. They do not want it to be revealed, or they are putting up those guards just to block that truth in their life. So unless and until they are ready, and I receive that message, okay, this person is now ready to receive, to encounter this truth or encounter this path. All right, okay, now it took me a couple of years, I would say, or else I was very blunt. This is what it is. Then I controlled my tongue and my tone, and like, okay, whenever somebody has a calling, they will come to me, they'll approach me, and that is when I need to help them during this. Or else there are times where if I come up and tell somebody this is what it is, nobody would believe me unless until you experience it, and then you'll say, oh yeah, this lady did make sense to me at that time. She didn't make sense at that time, but she's making sense now. So it's just give them some time. It's okay.
Absolutely. And you would understand people don't see the air that they breathe. So, what do they need to see around them to know maybe now is the time to go and speak to Parizad?
Couple of aspects. One, if you are in your comfort zone, you're not growing. That's not your growth. You have to come out of your comfort zone. People will come up and say, okay, I'm not able to grow in life. I'm not able to grow in every aspect. I'm talking in general, be it professional, be it personal, all the areas of their life. When you feel something is blocking you, someone is blocking you, there is your own energy that you are stuck up with, that's when you need me. When you feel you need to talk to somebody, I'm there. I i do my healings with my communication as well. I don't need to make somebody sit and have a counseling or a coaching session or a healing session. It happens over the phone, over messages. I just send my positive vibes. When somebody feels okay, see, whenever you surrender and you need a light in your life, I am there. I am that light for you.
You see, in the world that we live in right now, and excuse me for saying this, but kids, work, life has started happening, which other people have literally given up. And they're now passing the baton to maybe their kids and hoping their kids will do something and things of that nature. And people might be watching this right now and might feel that it's maybe a little bit too late for them to start following their purpose. You know what I mean? Like, where do I even begin? What would you say to somebody who thinks their moment has passed?
It's never too late, Prosper. No age, no time will ever define that it's too late. I'm too old or I'm too young to start something new or do something for myself. I highly recommend people to have, out of those 24 hours, take that 1 hour. If you are so damn busy with your life, with your uh, work life, with your kids, with your personal life, take that 1 hour out, or at least 2 hour out for yourself. Whatever you love to, your passion, spend on your, your healing. Whatever makes you feel happy, whatever makes you feel calmer, you should have your 2 hours or at least 1 hour in your 24 hours where you can spend time on yourself, and then you can talk to yourself, do that reflection, do that homework of what next. Is this what I am? Is this what I want to? Okay, now that nothing can happen in my life, all that I'm stuck, I have got kids, I've got a husband, I've got a family, I've got my in-laws, I've got to do my job. Breathe. First of all, breathe and think of, is this what you really wanted? Okay, this is what you everybody wants. Everybody dreams to have a family, a profession, good profession, earning really good. What next? There has to be something that can keep you driven or active or live in your life, other than This is a monotonous life, I would say, just going 9 to 5 and then coming back home and kids. Okay, you everybody is busy. Give, till the time what, 6 to 7 years old, when the kids are little out of kindergarten and they can at least take care of themselves, you need to have that 1 hour break for yourself. Talk to yourself. Reflection is very important in everybody's life. What you want, is this actually what you wanted in life? No, then how do you want your life to be? How do you want to head your life? What, check your surrounding, check the kind of people around you. This is what I wanted. Is this actually what I am able to achieve? How are the kind of people around me? Are they very ambitious, very goal driven, or they are very family oriented? If you want a change, you need to bring that change in yourself. You need to change your surrounding. You need to change yourself first. Create that shift in yourself, then you will observe the shift. This is a set of people I would like to have it for my weekends. Family people. This is a set of people for my profession. I would like to have them on my weekdays. Or what kind of professional people? So you need to keep questioning every energy that comes into your life and see, is this really that I wanted? Do I manifest for abundance money, or abundance love, or abundance family? What is your abundance? What is your manifestation? What is your goal for? So you start questioning, thinking it, what is your purpose? Are you happy and satisfied with your life? If not, then what next? What do you need to achieve? What do you want to become? What do you want to choose? And then accordingly start creating that. I would say every day 2% towards your dream is important. Not much, just 2%. This is what I want to become. Don't give it a timeline initially, since you're very busy and you are not able to think and create that shift. Just give it 2%. This 2%, okay, 2% was the energy shift that I created in me, my mindset. Next I have to check my surrounding, my friends, my people. Okay, I have to shift this group from this to this group. Okay, this group will help me to grow this way. XYZ, whatever is your goal, you need to create that shift every day, 2%.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for that. Now, you did mention that, talk to yourself. And, in my world, if people keep doing that, they will come and pick you up. And I don't know if these days they put you in a straight jacket and put you in a room full of padded walls or things like that. And you also mentioned that breathe, you know, it's something that everybody does all the time. If you don't do it, you won't be alive for long enough, Parizad. And what I like about that is you say breath is your reward. Can you maybe unpack that for us a little bit? Because for me, it's just in and out. And, how does, living in the present become your daily superpower?
That is exactly what I was trying to convey. Live in the present. So every morning, whenever you get up, out, done with your daily routine for, maybe gym or working out, walking, jogging, XYZ, come back to your space. Breathing is what I mean is focus on your breathing. Although we breathe 24/7, it's a continuous process. But what I mean to say, breathing is take your awareness to your body, your conscious level, to your subconscious level. You have the greatest gift, that is breath. And why do I say this? Because I once was on the in that phase where I wanted to just die and end my life and just finish it off. And today, that breath that I inhale or exhale, the deep breathing, I am I send my gratitude to the universe or whatever divine you believe in. That thank you so much that today I am in a state to help others. Not, I would have been dead and gone by now. So by breath, I mean to say that take your awareness, take that breathing, take that present in your system, relax for 5 minutes or maybe a couple of seconds. I won't say seconds, but maybe 30 seconds or 1 minute or so, till the time you are having that awareness, and then question, this is what I want from the day. The outcome, I will be having a meeting Do I really need this meeting, or is it somebody else's influence on me, or somebody else's pressure, or somebody else's dream? Because we happen to absorb somebody else's dreams or desires, which is not meant for you. You just do it for competition or society, just because he is doing, so I am supposed to do. Question that, do you really want this? If not, that is not meant for you. Then check. Question in the sense, you don't need to take a mic and start announcing that this is what I am doing. Or no, I know when you mention that people are going to beat you to death. No, no, that question yourself in your head. Once you are in that phase of subconscious awareness, and then question that, do I really want this? If yes, how do I achieve this? You will not get your how answers at that very moment, but at least you are clear of this is what I want. And you will start channeling those energies that this is what I want. Hence, the cycle, your routine will change because your how is clear. Your why is clear, and then your how becomes like slow and gradually how you start working on your how. Then there will be a shift in your energy. That is what I meant by breathe. Couple of seconds, and then you are good to go out for your whole day.
Really. And so
And
many
I
of us.
that is what I meant by, question yourself. Don't like question, email or message somebody that, oh my god, I'm stuck this way.
Mm,
Question. Always check for your mental health, emotional health, physical health, your profession, your personal life. Check.
mm. But Parizad, somebody might be watching this and thinking, okay, I'm not an author. I was not born with divine gifts or divine powers. I'm just an ordinary person, and I don't even have a PhD. My English is not that good. And maybe, I don't even know how to even sort of begin all of this. Does this actually work on humans, or does it work on people that have special powers like yourself? Or have you maybe tried this on other people, and what can you tell us about their experiences?
English is just, first of all, English is just a language, or I would say the society, especially back in the Asian countries, if you are a very good English speaker, you are in that elite status, that hierarchy there. I believe conveying your message is more important. Be it, I deal with so many deaf and dumb students. I deal with autistic students who are non-verbal, but the language is so pure. All you need to do is convey your message, be it in any language, be it your hand move, any gesture. You are supposed to convey your message. English is not a way to express, first of all. Second thing is, you don't need to be an author, you don't need to be a healer to you don't need to be a healer to do something different. You are unique in your own way. Everybody is unique. Just look at that person, that you, maybe there are so many skills which I don't have in me, but you have it, or this other person has it. Just polish those skills and use it in your life. That's it. Not everybody will be Parizad. Not Parizad cannot be everybody. That is the reason I am here and that person is there. Everybody has their own unique path. By now, everybody knows it. All we need to do is, do not get distracted from this path, especially because of the society, especially because of the community that you come from or the surrounding. Do not get distracted, is I would hit like the highlight the entire session for. Do not distract yourself. And even I, coming from a convent school where we were being encouraged to talk in English, and no other language, then I went to a set of, I was surrounded by a set of people where Hindi was the mode of communication, and that's when I lost my English communication skills. It was not that clear. And then I came to a background where my teaching was supposed to be English. So PhD, English, author, healing has nothing to do with your communication. Give respect, get respect, whatever that person is doing, just encourage. You may never know how can you touch somebody's life. Somebody might be showing or masking, I'm happy, I'm good and satisfied, but then deep down he might be hurt or broken. Your smile, a simple gesture can make his day, and he will remember you. Like me, I do not forget faces, I do not forget people, especially the ones who helped me in my need of hour.
Mm.
And especially during the time when I was broken, hit rock bottom, devastated, that I do remember every phase. This is what this person did to me, and I have to, it's a gratitude. And then you start attracting more people around your life and you, that, okay, I want to attract such people in my life who help me grow.
Now, you've made it in such a way that you've become the person that you wanted at a time of need, and now you're doing that for other people, which is like you've gone up the elevator, now you're sending the elevator down for those that are at the ground floor so that they too can climb up in order to be, do, and have a happier existence. Now, if by any chance maybe your younger self happens to walk across the road from you and you see them, you notice them, and you're like, wait a minute, that's me in a younger version of me. And you see them, they're almost on the verge to giving up. They're probably on the way to committing, the unthinkable.
Yeah.
And they just sit on a park bench and you cross the road. What would you say to them right now, knowing what you know about life and what you've become and who you're becoming for others?
Listen to your heart always. I would have never left that person, especially when I know this person needs me and this is my younger self. I would have never left that person's hand. I would help him navigate during this whole journey and encourage him that, okay, listen to your heart. At such times, your brain says something else, your heart says something else. You don't know whom to follow, which one, which path, who is showing you the right path.
Mm.
It's okay to breathe, relax, question what do you want. And I would give this advice that just follow your brain at such times. Just go switch on your practical mode and switch off your emotional mode.
Absolutely. Listen to your heart rhymes with listen to Parizad. And if somebody has really been listening to Parizad all this while and they want to know more and find out a little bit more, where can they maybe start off? Is it at your books, or do you want them to go somewhere on the internet to follow through with the journey and they can learn a little bit more?
You can follow my webpage if you want a one-on-one session with me. You want to know more about me, it's on the website. I am launching this app by the end of this year where it will be offline though, where I have all my healing modalities, but just an email away. I'm just an email away. My LinkedIn profile, my Facebook, my Instagram. You can just reach out, just a message, and I'm there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, obviously, I was going to ask you what's next, but you've already hinted that there's an app coming and things of that nature. Maybe we can go into something that quite a lot of people would be umming and ahhing. You know what I mean? I just saw somebody who was watching this video right now, rolling their eyes all the way to the back, and they're like, "This is black magic or whatever." What is maybe one big misconception about black magic or healing that you wish a lot more people would understand?
Me coming from an educated background, even I never believed in black magic, but there is something called as negative energies if you don't believe in black magic. So there is this higher force or powerful negative force which creates an hindrance in your life, or with respect to all the areas of your life. You will be having those blockages. It could be in the form of evil eye, it could be in the form of black magic. These are two different terminologies. I didn't believe it at that time, but when I encountered more and more, I studied the symptoms. So I'm not just into if somebody has said so it's black magic. No, I start with researching. Does it really exist? I'm more of a science person, so I want to link it with science. Does it really exists? Yes, it does. It depends on the frequency, the intensity. So frequency, intensity. These terminologies are very much obvious and out there in science. So when I understood this makes sense with what science has mentioned, and okay, I do believe in this. It's okay if people don't believe in this. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. In the app itself, the ones who feel that they are stuck, it's not necessary you need to be targeted or a victim of black magic. No, it's a dark energy, it's a negative force, it's a negative uh, energy around you, in your system, that does not help you to clearly see. It makes your mind foggy, it makes your space foggy, it makes your aura foggy. You have no clear concept or a visualization of what next. You're just going with the flow. Okay, you are just waiting for some miracle to happen. No, miracle will not happen unless until you take those initiatives, and then there will be help in that light, or else you are stuck. Hence I've written about energy, that is black magic. I have helped them to link it with science, and then I have my second part as science, backing that up with, and I've given them my experience on how I also never believed in all this energies, but yes, it does exist. Since I entered healing and spirituality, I know these energies do exist, so I cannot deny that fact. The ones who want to accept will accept, the ones who don't want to, that's fine.
Absolutely. Now, Parizad, I know you and I can go on and keep talking about these things, but I really applaud, the journey that you've been on. Your life story and your experience has got so much value for a lot of people, and I can't, wait to see what people are going to do with this information that we shared today. Thank you so much for being a wonderful guest on the Online Prosperity Show.
Thank you so much, Prosper, for having me here. I was looking forward to have this show with you, sharing the space. Thank you. And I know after a couple of cancellations, we made through it. We made through it. And thank you. I feel so obliged. Thank you, Prosper. Thank
Not a
you.
problem. Not a problem. Wow. If Parizad's journey doesn't make you believe in second chances or divine timing on and maybe your own untapped potential, I don't know what else will. And if her story doesn't also maybe remind us that even whatever you're going through, you just need to breathe and pay attention, because one day you'll have a good story to tell. And her story just reminds us that your pain can actually become your platform, and those scars can actually be books, stories, and podcasts that people will always be learning from. Now, if you know somebody who's maybe trying to rebuild themselves after a heartbreak, or maybe is just searching for deeper meaning, share this episode with them, and don't say anything, just share it with them. And I think the energy inside of it will make sense to them. And the next time you see somebody who shared this episode with you, just give them a hug, because they're seeing something that you might not have been seeing yourself. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the Online Prosperity Show, because it's only here where you get exclusive insights from people that have actually lived through these experiences. And from what I hear, in the next episode, we're going to be exploring powerful ideas to help you create a happier existence. Well, in this one, no incense or vision boards are required. Just turn up and be your best selves. Until then, stay inspired, stay seen, and I want you to remember, the calling on your life doesn't expire just because you don't yet understand it. Bye for now.